There's no debating. I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not. I ain't gonna do it. Period. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for all the love on the last video. I think we're sitting at, let me see, 264 views. So that's like amazing. Thank you guys for all the love on that video. Hope you guys laughed a little bit. Hope you guys got to know me a little bit more, because that was the whole point. But anyways, like I said in the last video, this video I wanted to do my top 10 albums of 2019. For this video, I kind of just wanted it to be based on, like, maybe not the best albums of 2019, because that's so subjective, but my favorite albums of 2019. And so I'm only doing 10, but because I didn't want to make you guys watch like 20, even though I love music, and that's the whole reason why I'm doing this video, because like I love music, and who doesn't love music? So I'm really just judging it off of how much I like the album, how good the songs were, the lyrics, how many times like I revisit that album throughout the year, how good it was to first listen, features, everything that makes an album like good. What I'm kind of doing with each album that I list from 1 to 10 is like I'm going to give you guys the album, of course, and then the 3 songs that I listen to the most from the album, so that you guys can check it out if you guys want to. Hopefully while I'm doing this video, maybe I'll put you guys on to something new, some music that you haven't heard, and of course we can have dialogue in the comments so you guys can tell me some more albums I should have got into. I'm just talking about my favorite albums of 2019. And so without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10 is Igor by Tyler, the Creator. And besides me having like a massive crush on Tyler, the Creator, I loved like Odd Future, Wolfgang, Kill Them All, like when I was growing up. Like Frank Ocean, Taco, all of them. I even had like one of their little hoodies. But I do think that Tyler, the Creator, killed this album. It was kind of like, it really showed off his artistry in a way, like with the production, like mainly. And it's like so Pharrell, and you know, I like love Pharrell. Everything Pharrell does is like golden. Really like Earthquake, A Boy Is a Gun, and I Don't Love You Anymore. I think my favorite is A Boy Is a Gun, because he really killed that. And I also like how like Earthquake is like his highest charting song now. My number 9 album of 2019 is When I Get Home by Solange. And I just love this album because like, wow, it's just like, something about it just feels so like grand and like extra, but so simple and just so precise as well. And everything about this album is just so fresh and just new. And it's so Solange as well. I love the videos. I love that Ebony is in them, because I really look up to her. My favorite tracks are Gerard, Stay Flow, and what else? Dreams. Those are my top 3. I love the whole album, but those are like my top 3. My favorite being Gerard. It's just like, say that you want it. Lately. She snapped. My number 8 video album of the 2019 is Fever by Megan Thee Stallion, my bad. My top 3 tracks are Best You Ever Had, Simon Says, and Cashy. And Meg is my bitch because I saw her for Homecoming at NCCU, period. She was so freaking lit. That was like an amazing night. We was like out on the floor, so we was like right beside her. She was bringing people up to twerk with her. She just has like great vibes. I like love Megan Thee Stallion. I think she's so important to the culture right now. And like her first album, we're getting her to number 1, period. Number 1 lead single and number 1 for the album, period. And she also retweeted my video in Paris when I was like Hot Boy Summer. I'm gonna put it in there somewhere. Hot Boy Summer, even in Paris. And I was dancing to Best You Ever Had. She retweeted it. I was like, oh my god, it's my bitch. But yeah. My number 7 album of 2019 is Shea Butter Baby by Ari Lennox. Ari Lennox is from DC. So, period. That's already like, I'm already up her ass because anybody from my area, like, I'm supporting you all the way. My favorite 3 tracks are FaceTime, Break Me Off, or BMO, and New Apartment. FaceTime was actually, like, I did like the rap in 2019 on my Apple Music, and FaceTime was like my #1 played song of like 2019 in total. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. She's also an Aries queen. We love Aries over here because Aries are the best. My #6 album of 2019 is While We Wait by Kalani. Top 3, Love Language, RPG, and Feels. Love Language is my #1. I love this whole album, start to finish. I want to say like all the songs, but I don't want to like put too much on you guys. Footsteps beginning the album is just like, wow, like Kalani came a long ass way from like You Should Be Here, and I love You Should Be Here. This is just a mixtape, so I know that her album is going to slap. Kalani is going to like rough bitches up with that shit. And I just like Kalani because she keeps shit real. She's just a dope ass fucking artist. Her album is like one of the most solid albums this year. Before I get to my top 5, I want to leave you guys with some honorable mentions because I really feel bad because a top 10 list is like I'm leaving so much out. So it's like I gotta like put on for the other people that I really enjoyed this year. Give you guys some honorable mentions so you guys can follow up with them, check out their music, because a lot of these people are severely underrated. So with my honorable mentions, these are in no particular order. I just want you guys to check them out. Anger Management by Rico Nasty. My top track from that one is Hatin' because Rico Nasty, like nobody is doing what Rico Nasty is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never heard no sound like her ever in my life. And she's from the DMV, so I had to put on for her. Myself by Kiana Lede. I discovered her from the TV show Scream, and when I found out that she could sing, I was like, oh yes. And she sings down. I love her EP called Selfless. But from myself, I liked Can I? K-Tronda's album called Bubba. Definitely an honorable mention on my list because he literally snapped. I love Worse Than Me featuring Tinashe, and I just love Tinashe, so I literally like, and I love the rest of K-Tronda's album too. It's not just Tinashe, but yes, he snapped. He really did, and I love the fact that he's queer and he's just awesome. K-Tronda's super talented. He has like a great ear for music and beats. I would like love to hear him and like Ariana work on something together. Paris from Jaden Smith. I really like Summertime in Paris. And yes, I do have a severe crush on Jaden Smith. Next is Kirk by DaBaby. And I really like Bop from that album. DaBaby is from North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina. Had to represent for him. Sweet and Sour by Alex Molly. I've been obsessed with this. And I hate that I couldn't have put it higher because I just now got into her like 2 weeks ago. I really like Faded and Started Up. She's wow. She's amazing. And I really hope you guys get into her because she deserves like a lot. Like she's super talented. The Gift by Beyonce. I would say Find Your Way Back and Already. Like I really a lot of people slept on this album. I'm not sure why. Maybe because it was a soundtrack. But it has some gems on it, especially Find Your Way Back. Like okay, anyways. The She Is Coming EP by Miley Cyrus. Unholy has not left my like weekly like rotation since it came out. I love that song. Miley literally snapped when she made Unholy. She pushed her pen. I wish Slide Away was on this album. I don't understand why it wasn't. It would have fit right in. Being Antisocial by Roddy Ricch because like we are behind him all the way. We just got him to #1 with The Box, and Perfect Time. I play that shit out like it's crazy. I really hope we see a lot more of Roddy Ricch. Hot Pink by Doja Cat. Say So. Say So is probably like one of my top 5 songs of 2019. I love Say So. It just feels so good to listen to that song. The song just takes you to like a a place of just like, wow. Like I'm in a Target commercial and everyone around me is dancing and like there's no wrong in the world and just like perpetual dancing for like forever and ever. And the soundtrack is Say So. So that's it for my honorable mentions. Hope you guys check them out. If you don't, me. So moving on to my top 5. This is where it gets a little messy and a little convoluted. Because this is kind of like the hard part for me to like figure out like who gets into the top 5. And I think that I made a pretty solid list. 5 goes to High Highs to Low Lows by Lolo Zua. When I was in Paris, this is pretty much all I listened to in Britney Spears, because she's like, Lolo is Parisian, or she's French. I don't know, she's from Paris. And so a lot of the album is in French. And so, but a lot of it's in English too. So you guys should definitely check it out. I just loved this entire album. She's kind of just stole my heart with this album. I knew her from Brooklyn Love. My sister Deja put me onto that. And this album was just amazing. It was phenomenal from like start to finish. She has like this kind of like trap sound to her, but she keeps it cute and she really makes it her own. But it slaps. I'm like, wow. A French 3 songs are High Highs to Low Lows, which is like the title track. Moi, I think I'm saying that right. I think it's a French word. Moi, and then Here to Stay, which is like a ballad, and she literally snapped. She snapped. And so my number 4 and my number 3 were super hard to like put one below or one above the other. So yeah, just keep that in mind for how I rank these two, because yes. But my number 4 album of 2019 is When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go by Billie Eilish. And I love this album because I'm really into like the horror genre. So like I like horror movies like Scream. I love slashers. Scream's like my favorite one of all time, but I like paranormal, that type of thing. And this album really sounds like the soundtrack to like a horror movie. And I love that aspect. She and Phineas, they captured like the sound of just like misery and like forlornness and just that overall feeling of like foreboding. Like this album, it gives you that emotion and it's just like, it's wow, this is crazy. But it's like, it's not all like sad and shit. Like you're all moody. You can listen to it in different places. And like my top 3 is, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Illo Mio. You guys will know it if you listen to it. And then 8 and Listen Before I Go. Billie is like a phenomenon to me because like she writes her music. I think it's just her and her brother. Like they made that whole album themselves. Him like producing and writing, her doing like the vocals and writing. And I don't know if she produces too, but that is amazing. And I would love to see her like win everything at the Grammys. I really, really would. She is one of those artists that we don't come by. She has a God-given talent. I will say that. So my number 3 album of 2019 is Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. My top 3 are Bad Idea, Ghostin', and NASA. I do prefer Sweetener. I really do. I think Sweetener is her best album. Yes. Let me just disclose that. But I just loved that this album was kind of like a moment of triumph for Ariana, because she set so many records with this. She got her first number 1, her second number 1. She really had an era with this album, and the music is amazing. And Bad Idea is just like, what the fuck, bro? The Ari Chan, I'm just like, who comes up with this shit? She's fucking amazing. Like, who would have thought of this? And then I like the metaphors within NASA with like dating space and shit. She's just amazing. Ariana, this album is great. And I like how there's no features on the album. It was just really, really personal and really just her. I do hope that this album does win big at the Grammys as well. And she's gonna kill her Grammy performance. And also, I just hope that Ariana knows that she did the fuck out of this shit. And I know a lot of people were like, this feels rushed. It was only like 6 months after Sweetener. Who cares? Who cares? Literally, who cares? Shut up. Stream. Bad idea. Fuck. Okay. My number 2 is, drum roll, Songs for You by Tinashe. My top 3 are Perfect Crime, Cash Race, and Feelings. Now, I am a super Tinashe fan. I've been here since like before Aquarius, but not quite during like Blackwater Reverie. I don't even think I was like buying music. I was like in middle school. But anyways, Tinashe killed this album. Now it's not, I don't know if it's better than Night Ride or Aquarius. Just bear with me. Night Ride, she did Night Ride, like, but Songs for You, it was just amazing. And I just love how Tinashe released on a Thursday. She was pretty much like, fuck, I don't care. This is for my fans. This is for the people who've been here since the beginning. And I love this entire album from start to finish. Tinashe, she really did this album, and I'm really super, super proud of her. And I hope that people really give Tinashe her things in 2020 because she deserves them. She really, really does. And I love this album. This album is just like experimental. It's really Tinashe. It has that haunting R&B that I really, really, really love. It has that amazing, amazing, amazing lyricism that Tinashe brings to the table. And Tinashe is also very, very underrated as a vocalist, I will say. She takes me there with some of her songs. She does. Okay, and my number one album. Number one. Nobody topped this shit in 2019. Nobody. Period. Nobody did it like her. Nobody. I don't care what nobody says. We can fight over this. I don't care. Anything is debatable after number 1. You can debate my number 2, my number 3, my number 4, my number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. But you will not debate my number 1, which is Over It by Summer Walker. Everybody knows I love Summer Walker. I've loved her since the last day of summer. Which, that album, I don't know if it's an album. Is it an album or is it an EP? But that project, amazing, start to finish. I can play that shit, start to finish, not skip a damn thing. Over It, my top 3 is Nobody Else, Tonight, and Body. Summer Walker, she gets me. She gets me, maybe because we're both Aries, and maybe because, we was born in the trenches, like, we went through some things. But I just connect with Summer Walker more than anybody recent in history. Summer Walker is just like my bitch, like, for real. And y'all need to stay off her neck. Okay. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned some new music that you can take home and share with all your friends and really delve into this, because let me know if you guys liked my top 10 or thought it was crap. We can talk about it. I don't mind. I love a little dialogue, Maybe we can talk about what my next video is going to be about. Right now, I'm thinking about doing a kind of like how I got signed to the modeling agency I'm with, because I know a lot of people are interested in my modeling timeline. And so, yeah, maybe I'll do how I got signed to my new agency for my next video. Either way, I hope you guys stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, make sure you're subscribed, share with all your friends. Yes, thank you guys so much. Again, I appreciate all the love and all the support.